we are doing this. Again, this is my transformation. Thank you for joining us. This is Mind Transformation, changing minds, uh, transforming minds, changing people. Again, we encourage you to invite someone. This week is a invite 10 persons challenge. We every broadcast you come on, we encouraging you to invite 10 persons. Invite 10 persons to come and watch. And then if you have not followed our TikTok channel, please follow us, like us, follow us, and share. If you are on Facebook, share with somebody and like and comment. If you are on YouTube, we ask you to share and subscribe. While we are doing that, we have a question. Good evening, where you are. Good morning, it may be for some. Whatever the time may be, this is the time, this is the station, and this is Mind Transformation. I've come with a question. Do you have a defined expectation? You may have expectation. What is it you are expecting? Have you narrowed it down to a defined expectation? If once you narrow it down to a defined expectation, it will create focus, because that's the purpose of expectation. Expectation creates focus. But in order for you to not be scattered all over the place, you will need to have a defined expectation. You can say, I'm expecting something, and you can be specific and not be expecting everything at the same time. If you specifically point out to something, it means that of everything else, of all the things you may desire, this is priority number one. That is a defined expectation. Every man, I wrote some things down here today, and I want to read. I said, every man on earth has an inherent desire to make progress and to advance in life and in destiny. Every man has this inherent desire to make progress, to advance in life and in destiny. If you do not, it's inherent. If you do not have a desire to make progress, that means that that's your choice, because it's something that is within you to make progress and to move forward in not just in life but in destiny. That's what wakes people up every morning. That's why some people get up every early in the morning. Some people hardly go to bed. They go to bed very late because they're working. Listen, I'm using the word intentionally. They are working on their purpose. You spend more time working. So what you should be working on is your dream or your purpose. What you have that you go to and you get a salary, be it a day's pay, be it a week pay, be it 2 weeks pay, be it a month pay, is your job. What you work on is your dream or your purpose. So do not confuse that. When you go to get pay, it means that someone have already structured up their purpose, and you are helping them to accomplish their purpose. So your role in their purpose is for you to be the solution to the problem they have in accomplishing their purpose. So that's your job. So that's why they gave you the paper, or they gave you the book, the handbook, and they call it your job description. This is your job description, what you should do. It's rare that people will say this is your work description. They say this is your job description. This is what you are employed to do. So that's why you do, because the man has a problem. He may be short in staff. He may need help. So he employs you to fulfill his purpose. When you leave the 8 hours or the 12 hours or whatever job you are doing, and you go to your house and you desire to work on your dream, it becomes your work. So you have your work and you have your job. Now, in order for you to fulfill destiny or purpose, you must work on your dream. Because why? Our sense of joy and our sense of happiness and fulfillment is largely tied to our making progress. So that's why I ask you, I encourage you, share this video and invite someone. You may be stuck because there's information you have not gotten. And we are here to share this nugget of truth with you, because it worked for us and it will definitely work for you. So share with 10 persons. It will take you no time to share with 10 persons. There will be some who will come. You know, this is one thing I realized, and it's the truth. I'm not called to everybody. I'm called to that person who have a burning desire, that person who's hungry, that person who wants information. That's the person I'm called to. So if I were sent, or if I desire to entertain you, I will come here and entertain you to the best. I will make joke. I will make us laugh. I will do everything else. But at the end of the day that I have made joke, at the end of the day that I've entertained you, what have you gotten? You see, what the entertainment or the laughter will do, it will just kind of ease your temporary stress. Listen, it will ease your stress temporarily, but after that, the problem will surface. The problem will resurface. Why? Because you have not found solution to the problem. Let me tell you what I mean. Some 30 years ago, when I was faced with serious problems and could not find the solution. Take, for example, okay, I had a $10 problem and I just didn't have the $10. And I have $5 or I had $3. This is in order to relax my mind, I will go to the entertainment center and spend the $5 or the $3, whatever money I have, and make sure I entertain myself, thinking that after I've had this entertainment, whatever it is, whether it's drinking or whether it's smoking, I feel that after that I'm kind of drinking my worries away. I kind of having this social gathering that will take away my worries and will make me to sleep. Sure. After I'm done, I will go to sleep and sleep all the night. get up the morning. Now, interestingly, I don't know if you've noticed it. If you have not, then you need to take notice of this. You will realize that you spend $5, let's put it this way, and you had a good time. But then, when you got up, instead of having $10 problem, it has increased to $15 because the $5 you had, it would have made the problem $5 less. Now, instead of me finding solution, I realized that the problem got more because of the way I thought it would have been solved, or I may have found temporary solution, and after that, it comes right back. So I'm not finding temporary solution to your problem. I am giving to you some nuggets of truth, and you may just need a word or a line that will kind of lead you to a permanent solution of the problem you are faced with. You may have too many expectations, and you may not have sat down or consider making sure that you tailor it to one expectation and really define what is it that you want. So the question you may ask yourself, what is it I really, really want? So if you share this video with 10 persons and 10 persons comes on, I want you to, on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram, share the video. If 10 person comes on and all 9 runs away and 1 person stays, it means that that 1 person is hearing something that could make a difference. That's what information is all about. So as I said before, your problem is not money. Your problem is information. And that's why we are here to give. So we encourage you, share this video on YouTube. Share the video if you're on YouTube. Share the video if you're on Facebook. Share the video if you're on TikTok. Now, I'll come back to this subject matter. I said happiness and fulfillment is largely tied to our making progress. Making progress. Making progress. Few reasons why people are not making progress in life. Few reasons. Let me give you a few reasons why people are not making progress. The reason why you are not making consistent. I underline the words I wrote this. The reason why you are not making consistent progress in life is because, number one, you lack of goals and defined expectation. What is your goal? If you are lack of goals and defined expectation, progress is near impossible. What are you running after? What are you running to? Expectation will hinder your progress. I wrote this. Life is like a shopping mall. You cannot walk around thinking on what to buy. Oh, you must have a list of defined expectation, and then you must also have a clear and defined role, what you're looking for. Now, my question is, do you have a clear and defined expectation? Is it clear and defined? Or are you copying and pasting? Think about that. If you don't have a goal in life, I can tell you this for free and for real and for truth. If you don't have a goal in life, my question is, you will just wander around because you wander around aimlessly because you do not have a goal. So from January until November, do you have a defined expectation? Or do you have a goal in life? Or you just grab anything that comes your way? So you just roam around the place and thinking that nothing is happening. You must understand there must be a defined expectation as to what you will do to get to where you want to get. It's not magic. That's reality. It's life. Share this video. Number two, not only do you lack goals and define wrong limiting belief system. Wrong limiting belief system. What you believe determines the reality you walk in, period. If your belief system stops where it stops, you will walk right into where you believe and where it stops. Some things you believe could be socially acceptable, but it may not be tied to your purpose or your destiny. Understand that. Most of the times when we fail, we want to blame Satan for our failures. It's not so. It's not necessarily so. It's because we have limited our belief system and we feel that what we think we can do at one point in time, we are convinced ourselves that it's not possible. So we get stuck because our mind have convinced us that it's not possible. So you must understand that you must have a will and be determined, and it's tied to whether you will succeed or whether you will fail. What is it I want? There are people that no matter who enter their lives, they will never risk what they intend to become because they know that they are not defeated from their minds. And there are people who, when you enter their lives and try to transform it, you may not succeed because their minds have already defeated them. And so they feel that no matter what your contribution is, success is not possible for them. Understand that. And if you intend to take them with you, it will be like tying a dead tree to you and you trying to pull it. This is mind transformation. Now, everything that is tied to your destiny outside in this series is built on two things. Everything that is tied to your destiny is built twice. It's built in your mind. Whatever you want to become, whatever you want to fulfill, number one is built in your mind. There's a scripture that says, to him who is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask. I read the NIV. It says, above all that we ask, think, or imagine. Above all that we ask, think, or imagine, according to the power that worketh in us. So that power that works in you is the power of the mind. So the first thing, whatever you want to be, you have to first of all build it in your mind. If it's not built in your mind, it's near impossible. So it has to be built in your mind before, number two, it can be built physically. That's what the architect does. Every structure, every building that the architect puts up, the first place they take it from their mind and put it on the grafting paper. and it takes it from the people and put it on earth. It becomes a reality. So what you see, be it car, be a house, be a furniture that looks so beautiful, is because someone first of all built it in their mind and then they build it physically. When the no matter what, when the physical is destroyed, you can still build a better one because of what you have stored in your mind. Time without investment couldn't change anything. Your mindset is a contribution to your failure or your success. Spiritual laziness is a mindset. Poverty is a mindset. Stagnation is a mindset. Also, then equally so, prosperity is a mindset. Leadership is a mindset. Bigger, being a beggar is a mindset. Mediocrity is a mindset. Giving up is also a mindset. Friends is a mindset. Consistency is a mindset. So all is set in your mind. Whether you fail or you succeed, it's in your mind. It's important. I want us to complete this subject matter if we can. Lack of value and resourcefulness. Why are you stuck? Because you lack of value and resourcefulness. You are as relevant to anyone as the value you bring to them. People look for people of value. They look for people that are of relevance. That's how the life operates. That's how this life runs. Now understand that. As I wrote this, our world today does not run on sentiment. It operates on a value reward system. If there's no reward coming to you, what you need to do is check your value and your resourcefulness. People run after people that are resourceful and are valuable. If no one is running after you, if no one is asking for you, if you are not in demand, then check. Check. Understand, as you are made and you believe in what you believe, you must be valuable to everyone. But from a reward standpoint, your focus on being valuable to those who need you and have the capacity to reward you is very important. You can be valuable to everyone, but there's someone who your value will reward you. They will offer you a reward as your value and your resourcefulness as a result of your value or your resourcefulness. Do you have a defined expectation? Do you? Value means your contribution. Value means your contribution. Your contribution to people or society is a measurement of your value. Your usefulness to a person is a value to that person. That's how the world runs. You must be intentionally valuable to those that have the resources to reward you. You will not be valuable to everybody. And that's why I said here. I may not be valuable to everybody, but I'm valuable to somebody that have come on. You'll be shocked that you may share the video with 10 persons. I may not be valuable to all 10. I may be valuable to 9. I may be valuable to 5. I may be valuable even just to 1. You have no idea. But that one that receives the information can make a difference. It's the dream of one man that can change the whole world. Today, we have the opportunity to use the iPad developed by Apple. Why? Because when it started, it didn't look like anything. People just took old television and gathered and decided to come up with something. Steve Jobs and his friend, and so he decided to trade it over to Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs took it from that standpoint and said, "Let me see what I can do." And Steve Jobs started working. I'm intentionally using the word working on this thing that was looking insignificant. He put all his time, all his resources in developing what was in his mind. He was transferring it from his mind to his system. What he pictured in his mind, he was transferring that picture. Steve Jobs is gone, but Apple continued to develop from one level to another because one man painted or birthed a picture in his mind. And today, that one man that have left the scene is still a blessing to millions of people left this world. The only thing that is left was Apple. And the only way you will hear the name Steve Jobs is when you want to find out who founded Apple. For the rest, if I may say so, for the rest of the age, Apple exists because Apple, for every year, after 6 months, by the time they bring out a product, for the next 6 months, they got strategists who putting their mind to work and coming up with something new to attract the attention of people, and the sales go wild and they start to create another picture again. That's invention. Why are they going that way? Because they have a defined expectation. Or if they did not, they will be all over the place and they will not fulfill purpose. But so that for Apple to create and Apple to produce some things that has not been produced. So every time you get an Apple phone, after 6 months from January to July, they got new features. From August to December, they have brought out a different phone with different features or different iPad. You just name it. Different gadgets with different features by Apple or whatever the company may be. Why? Because they have a defined expectation. When we develop Apple, the market will sell. So is Facebook, so is TikTok, so is YouTube. Discover us, strategize how to get the attention of the people so they become consumers. There's something as I heard as I close on this. Most times there's a saying I say, you eating what you cannot produce and producing what you cannot eat. And when I heard the words, I put them in a different context that you may be using what you cannot produce. But are you producing something for someone to benefit? There's something in you that someone can benefit from. But the first thing you need to do is to first and foremost have a defined expectation. Thank you for watching Mind Transformation. This has been your man, your host, Bishop Gabriel Latner. I'm so glad you are there, because if you were not there, I won't be here. Share this with someone. I hope you were blessed. If you are on TikTok, I want you to follow me, like, and share. I will appreciate it. Give me some stars as much as I can, as much as you can. I know that you are benefiting from here on the importance of your mindset and defining what you are and what you want in life, and stick to it, no matter what. People may not support you from the beginning, but in the end, consistency wins. If you are on Facebook, share this. If you are on YouTube, share this with someone, because someone needed truth. Thank you for being here with me. This is your man saying goodbye and take care. We will definitely be coming to you again tomorrow sometime. This is a very, very busy time for us, but we will be coming to you. Thank you, my TikTokers, YouTubers, Facebookers, and all the Instagram people. Thank you. I will soon be on Twitch. I'm trying to get to all the social networks so that somebody can get a word that they need. Thank you for joining, and see you again. Goodbye. Thank you for joining me, and share this video, invite someone. Goodbye.